Good evening, folks. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns and welcome to the Majora's Mask MoonCrash All Dungeons Restricted Tournament of 2021. We've been on a hiatus for a long time, a couple of months actually, but we're now getting back into the action. It's time for some cool MM action, and we have lower bracket round 3 with Grrg versus Tuerkenheimer, and we have our lonely rider, the hero of the day, Mr. Zipu, on commentary. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, so today we got like a low bracket seed here. Tuerkenheimer versus Grrg. We took a little hiatus. Things have been kind of crazy, I guess, with coordination, but we're back and we're gonna hopefully make a better effort of getting these matches in. So let's see. We got Turk. Looks like he's ready. He's got file name Grrg. Grrg, let's see if he goes with file name Turk. What's going on, Matt Astor? Flex, what's going on? Oh, it looks like what's his name
Grrg
might not get in time.
Grrg had the wrong version up, so he had to restart.
Are we resetting or?
No, I think we're going.
Dang. All right, well then we're underway. Looks like Tuerkenheimer will get a little bit of a head start on Grrg. Unfortunately, Grrg had the wrong version up.
Wow, he's actually committed to even enter the name.
What a guy.
That you gotta actually say, okay, I think we're resetting, because that'd be...
Yeah, I think that deserves a little bit of a leeway. What is the goal of ADR? That's a good question. ADR stands for All Dungeons Restricted. So the goal is to complete all the dungeons. That is the main requirement. Restricted is it's the restrictions we put on this category, which is we're not using Equip Swap or SRM, any Ace, and we also will not use Index Warp. So it's kind of like a 2013 version of the MM any percent route. Let's get reset here. Wonder if Grrg's aware. There we go.
All right, quickly getting set up again. Should be going in like no time.
Also, what's going on, Kino? Thanks for stopping by. How's everybody's holidays going while we get this reset up? Is anybody stressed out of their minds like I am? Is the gameplay feed down?
You probably need to quickly reload.
Yeah, let me do that.
It sometimes does that on some browsers when you reset the race. I'm not entirely sure, right? But all right,
no problem. I'm here to answer all questions the chat has. That's why I am here, and also to give some great commentary for these amazing runners.
All right, this time we're going to start on time in around 20 seconds, so enjoy.
Thanks, Trez. All right, and let's get it started. And both runners are now starting on time, so we can finally get this underway. So, Majora's Mask, where do I start? Probably the 20 minutes of intro cutscenes. So for now, if anybody has any questions, please leave it in the chat. I will be sure to be looking at the chat, and I will answer any questions anybody has about the category, about what they're doing, about any tricks, but I will try to explain that as we go along anyway. So first, our goal is to just get through the next 20 minutes of cutscenes so we can become human Link, because after a few minutes of cutscenes here, we will be turned into Deku Link by Skull Kid, which is not good because Deku Link can't do anything. So our first goal is to become human again, which in this category requires Ocarina. In a new any percent, we actually use Ace to, for the first time, skip getting the Ocarina in a speedrun, which is extremely cool discovery. If you haven't seen it, I would check it out. But for now, we're doing all dungeons restricted, which restricts the use of SRM and Ace, and Equip Swap, and Index Warp, which brings us kind of back to 2013 era of MM. Some people would say a legacy route, some people wouldn't say a legacy route. I'm just gonna say it resembles 2013 MM with a few additions, like hook shot jump, which we'll get into later. What's MoonCrash? MoonCrash is the name of the tournament. Happy Monday, Rickle. Alright, so here we have Skull Kid kicking around unconscious Link and feeling him up, which is really weird. Stealing our Ocarina, which is extremely rude. So we play this category in Japanese because later in the run, since this is a hookshot requiring route, it's faster to play on Japanese. Text is also a bit faster, so we'll save some time over the English version in the intro. For now, though, we're going to be stuck in cutscene hell. So let's sit back and enjoy the beautiful sounds of MM. Okay, so first goal is get past this first area. We're just going to do some backwalk movement through the tunnel and then roll up the logs. Some people go for a log skip. The second log you don't have to jump on. I don't think these runners go for it, though. Not a lot of runners do. Ooh, Turk is going for it, and he got it. I was proved wrong. Turk with the log skip, which does save like a half second. So now we're falling into the dark abyss. For all you game theory people, this is when Link dies. Although in the game, Deku Flowers break your fall, so since he landed on a Deku Flower, in the game you don't take damage when you land on the Deku Flower, so it's just possible that, you know, he didn't die, and he just lands on the Deku Flower and he's okay. Luckily, that Deku Flower is perfectly placed for us. Is Zelda the green guy on the screen? Yes. He is. That is Zelda. The Legend of. It's crazy Zelda barely gets a cameo in this game. One of the few games where Zelda's barely, like, in it at all. The early game of Zelda wasn't really in it, except for, like, the last cutscene, I think. He just has massive butt pain, yeah, exactly. Huge pain in the butt. Alright, so now we just turn into Deku Link, because Majora's Mask can do that. Now we know. Just the shake of a head and he can turn people into Dekus and children. So now our goal, now that we're Deku, is to become human as fast as possible, which in this category requires getting magic and the ocarina. So if we magic so we can knock the ocarina out of Skull Kid's hand, And since we have only Deku Mask, we can't get into Clock Tower early, so we actually have to go to day 3, or night 3 and 12 o'clock. Which means we have to advance time, and in the meantime of time passing from night of the 3rd day until midnight when the clock tower opens, we're going to get some intro rupees. Well, Termina rupees, actually, to help us buy explosives once we're human again. Tuerkenheimer doing the backwalk, rolling against the door. Backwalk saves 0.1 seconds there. I don't do it. I don't know why. I don't think it's worth it. But some people are really good at the backwalk, so it is worth it, but I don't feel like practicing it. So, Tattle's annoying us. Tattle's really rude. Always talking about, like, forcing her opinions on us. So basically we have to suffer through that for the next couple minutes. Nice going to the bottom flower, which is faster. I like it. So the next part is we're going to try to skip Tattle text here on this flower by doing a side hop into it. Looks like Tuerkenheimer just walked a little too close, and Grrg was a little too far. So neither of them got that, but that's okay. It saves like 1 second. And then this is the first big part of the speedrun, where we have to perform Happy Mask Salesman skip. By buffering frame by frame, we can skip the cutscene, because this game actually requires 2 frames to start a cutscene, one for locating where Link is, and if he is in a cutscene, the second frame will load it. And by buffering frame by frame, we can actually just keep the game at that first frame of trying to figure out where Link is, and never actually starting the cutscene. So Tuerkenheimer, looking good. Doing some extra buffers for safety. Oh, and Grrg failed it. Oh no. Ooh, okay. So Tuerkenheimer took a lot of extra pauses, and Grrg failed. So Grrg's gonna have to suffer about a 40-something second time loss. It's not gonna be as bad since Tuerkenheimer's buffering was not that good. But yeah, still gonna be a little bit behind here for Grrg. Alright, but now that Tuerkenheimer's out of Happy Mask Salesman cutscene, or that he skipped it, he's gotta go advance time to day 3, and then he's going to advance to night 3. So the first way we advance time, since we don't have the ocarina, is to go to Grandma. Grandma allows us to advance full days by reading her second story. It puts us to sleep because it's so boring. And then we go dance with the Scarecrow, which will make it night 3. What's the requirements for MoonCrash ADR? Basically, it's just beat the game. All dungeons, AD, and the R stands for restricted. So we cannot use Equip Swap, SRM or Ace, or Index Warp. So now that Tuerkenheimer talked to Grandma a couple times, he is going to go head over to Scarecrow and dance with the Scarecrow. Grrg, however, is a little bit behind because he failed Happy Mask Salesman skip. He will be heading to Grandma right now, and then following Tuerkenheimer a little bit behind, heading over to Scarecrow. After Tuerkenheimer successfully dances with the Scarecrow, which isn't too hard, you just have to say yes, he will go into Termina and get some rupees, because we need explosives. Yeah, Happy Mask Salesman is a little bit tricky. You just have to practice pause buffering, though. And if you ever need help, just hit up the MM Discord. Someone will be, like, down to help you, for sure. MM peoples are good peoples. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer has successfully danced with the Scarecrow, and we are on to the next part. Another thing we have to do before we go into Termina Field is go get the ferry from East Clocktown. East Clocktown is also the only place where we can clip out of Clocktown past the guard, because the guard here is bad. He's not actually bad, it's just this is the only exit that has a slope, and for some reason the slope allows Deku Link to clip underneath the guard's hitbox, or I guess it's a hitbox. It's not a fighting game, but I'm blanking on what to call it, so I'm gonna call it a hitbox. So in this category we want 90 rupees optimally. Otherwise we have to go get a chest in second cycle in East Clocktown, which loses like about 11 seconds. It's not too bad, but it's definitely something you want to avoid if you can by getting good RNG. So Grrg now is heading from west to East Clocktown, gonna grab that ferry and follow Tuerkenheimer into Termina Field to get some rupees. Tuerkenheimer's getting really pretty good RNG. Yeah, collision. That's a good word. I just got back from work, my brain is like half working. Yeah, so Tuerkenheimer is getting 90, there's no way. He doesn't, because the next two bush patches, and he's got Keaton bushes just in case. Grrg rather, got, he got a, what's it called? Stockpot in chest, which is slower, for sure. We talked about this the other day, but it is slower, but it's safer, because you get to be on time for Clock Tower. Alright, so you're scared of Termina RNG. Hey, gotta get that East Clocktown chest. It's still faster than Stockpot in. But you're good, you're good. You got this. So the fairy's gonna grant us magic for restoring her polygonal body to its natural glory. So as you can see, these runners look like they're extremely close together right now, even with the Happy Mask Salesman fail, but this game runs on in-game time, so Tuerkenheimer is going to get to Clock Tower and not have to wait as long as Grrg, because Grrg got the stockpot in rupees. So time never passed for Grrg. So Tuerkenheimer is on time. A good rule of thumb for being on time is when you leave the Great Ferry, as long as it's before 11:10, you're pretty on time for the Clock Tower. All right. It's almost midnight, guys. It's almost time to say Happy New Year. Pop the champagne and get the fireworks going. Ooh, doing twisted backflip. He missed. Yo, Jess. You should stop doing runs and help me commentate, Kappa. Tournament runs are not real. Happy New Year. Let's go, dude. Grrg's going for the glitchy ledge grab. If you ESS backwards while targeting, you can like fall off. Just gonna sit around though and do some ESS turns for fun while the clock tower is not open. Greg's in a different time zone, exactly. It's almost very accurate. I don't know where Grrg lives, but I think he's not in Europe, which is where Tuerkenheimer is. If I'm wrong, then dang. But Tuerkenheimer is about 5 hours or 6 hours ahead of Grrg then. Alright. It's time to get the ocarina, guys. This is it, the moment we've been waiting for. Yeah, I think every in-game hour is like 15 seconds in first cycle. Time is actually goes faster when you don't have ocarina than when you do have ocarina. It's a very interesting thing that I didn't know until I started running this game. But once you have ocarina, the clock slows down. It takes longer for an in-game hour to pass. Alright, so got the ocarina. We're having a flashback. Zelda's like, I want you to have this. For all the time we spent together. She literally says, with all the time we spent together. And I don't get it, because in the game, you don't spend any time with her at all, because you go into the future and then you just go back in time and you basically never met her. But, you know, we're just gonna say, okay, Zelda. Take her ocarina and leave. Yeah, right. In the adult timeline, she's disguised as Sheik. And you just see her like 4 times. She teaches you a song and then she's like, oh, by the way, hi, it's me. I'm gonna get captured now, you're gonna save me, and then time's gonna go back to like 20 years ago. Naruto wanted to marry Link after sitting on his head 4 times. Honestly, probably. Alright, so Goddess of Time is going to help us out here. We're going to play Song of Time and just, you know, peace on out of here. Greg's still chilling with the princess for now, but soon he'll be back in, he'll be in second cycle as well, like Tuerkenheimer. But just because we're in second cycle doesn't mean that we're out of cutscene hell. We still got about 3 more minutes of that. So let's get it started. Happy Mask Salesman cutscene number 2. This is the worst song to play, dude. I don't know why I hate Song of Healing. Happy. It's just a facade. He's like one of those people that make jokes and smile all the time, but deep down he's either enraged or super depressed. I think he has a Mario mask, which is kind of funny. Elegy of Emptiness 24/7. That's what he's playing when we're not down there with him. He's just crying over his giant organ random, like, for the whole time we're not in the basement of Clock Tower with him. Yeah, dude, he gets angry in like 20 seconds from now. He starts shaking the heck out of Link. Link is gonna get shaken baby syndrome. Look at him, ready? He gets so angry. Dude, he like chokes the heck out of Link. Where does he store his empty copies? Where does he store that organ? I don't understand where it comes from. Alright. Well, once Tuerkenheimer is done with this cutscene, he's going to be able to go ahead and withdraw his rupees and buy explosives for the rest of the run. Afterwards, we have Zora Mask. Later in the run, we can just, like, gain her up into East Clocktown and get the 90 rupee chest, so we don't need any more, like, rupees from outside sources but that chest for the rest of the run to get explosives. So, does everybody know what ISG is? Because that is going to be a huge trick throughout the game, where as Link is pulling back his sword from the crouch stab animation, if you press A to interact with something like a sign or something you can pick up, it causes your sword to swing infinitely, which is a very good glitch because the game doesn't let you fall off ledges with that. And also when you take damage against your shield, the game tries to like place you on the ground, and since your sword is swinging, it doesn't let you fall off an edge. So if you backflip against an explosion, when it hits your shield, the game will try to ground you. But since you have your sword swinging, you will be able to hover in the air. So we will be exploiting that glitch a lot throughout the run. We also will be exploiting roll invincibility tricks. If you roll into the bomb on a certain frame, the recoil from the bomb's explosion will speed Link's momentum up, and you can backflip with it. You can use it to shuffle step in place, and it'll shoot you backwards, which is called a Hess. And then there's super slides, where if you roll into a bomb on those, kind of those frames, but not really. It's like the picking up animation. If you try to pick up something while holding shield, while rolling into it, and it explodes on those frames, it shoots you backwards because of the momentum from the bomb exploding, but then you maintain that momentum because you're infinitely trying to pick up the bomb. And then once you finally let go and try to pick up the bomb, you'll stop. So that's what Tuerkenheimer is gonna... Ooh, he's gonna do a Hess, actually. That was a beautiful Hess. So get ISG. And gonna hover over this wall into Great Bay. Because he needs to go get Zora Mask. Grrg is gonna go get some rupees and go get some explosives. Not much to do here. Not many places you can make up time, so it'll start getting that way after he gets explosives, where each runner will be able to make up and lose a lot of time due to tricks. A really, really nice Hess by Tuerkenheimer. Going to get Zora Mask, you're gonna Hess around. Ooh, the camera. The camera MM'd him. Camera in this game is very bad. It just likes to do random things if you try to interact while... Like, if you try to target and then move too quickly after the camera's switching around, the game does dumb stuff. So we're gonna push Zora to shore, play a little song, steal his face, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Tax evasion. That's funny. Lion? Is that how you... Is Lion okay? Ione? Ione? Gotcha, gotcha. I was gonna say, it's definitely not Lion. Demier. Alright, so by playing Song of Feeling, we are going to calm his sorrows and heal his dying regrets and steal his face. That's what it's all about, guys. Stealing the faces of your... Oh, and Greg's stuck in the corner. He didn't realize right away that he couldn't get around that wall. It's a little bit of a time loss. Gonna opt to just backwalk all the way to Zora. Stealing face is such a Link move. Well, that's the name of the game. Steal as many faces as you possibly can because they give you secret powers. What's the horror movie guy that does that? Is it Jason who does that? I've never watched that movie, so I wouldn't know. Alright, so Grrg here is going to be doing something that I probably missed on Tuerkenheimer's end, which is doing time stop. Doing time stop, and then pushing Zora to shore, starting his cutscene, and then while he's walking to shore, exiting out of the area and reloading the area, the cutscene will be already finished. It's just a cutscene skip that we can do. It's Nicolas Cage. Okay. I don't even know, so if it sounds like a meme what you're saying, but it might not be. Because I just don't know. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is putting on Deku Mask, gonna spin over and then put on Zora Mask. Going Deku to Zora actually saves you time because you skip the experiencing, I guess, the painful death of Zora when you put on the mask. Face off. Alright, get out of here. We got drive, we got power. Going for Zess and doesn't get it. So if you start a Zora swim and hold the shuffle step animation as you're coming out of water, you can get a super speed forward Hess on land. It's very good and very fast and cool. So in this category, since we don't have index warp, we come over here so we can hit the owl statue for when we enter Great Bay Temple later in the run. Ooh. Accidentally put on Deku Mask, that's fine. So now Tuerkenheimer's, I think, going to try to do Zora High Ledge Grab, which is a trick where, a trick where if you come out of the water and let go of A at a certain frame, you'll grab the ledge. It's 2-frame leniency, but it is a weird trick because it also depends on how far away you are. Tuerkenheimer didn't get it, but it's really okay. Tuerkenheimer's got a bit of a lead here. Alright, and Grrg just got Zora Mask, so he needs to go hit the Great Bay Owl next to the aquarium and then go into Great Bay Zora Cape and then hit that owl as well. We're hovering here over to the Ferry Fountain because in this game all the Ferry Fountains were mapped off in the same, like, location in memory, I guess. They're all in the same map. When you go into a Ferry Fountain, outside of the Ferry Fountain bounds that you can see are other Ferry Fountains lined in a row. So what Tuerkenheimer is going to do is try to clip out of bounds and go to the Icona Ferry Fountain, which is located to the left of Great Bay Ferry Fountain. And this trick has been used for a long, long time. Ferry Fountain alternate exit. It's a really cool trick. We used to call these wrong warps. Buffering mega flips for safety. That's good. No, that's good. As long as... So Tuerkenheimer thought since he buffered 2 frames it would have been bad, but since he got a, like, first frame roll, he was allowed to do 2 frames. Mega flips are weird that if you roll on a certain frame, you have 2 frames to let go of down. And if you roll on the later frame, you only have 1 frame to let go of down. Because it's how many frames the bomb's hitbox is actually active that allows you to gain speed. As long as that those frames don't wear off before you let go down, then you're good. You won't lose speed. All right, so Grrg over here. I don't know if he's gonna try to go for. He might go for YOLO. Nah, he's just gonna opt not to go for Zora high ledge grab. It is faster to not attempt it and then to attempt it and fail it, so... Oh, Tuerkenheimer failing a Hess. Just rolled a little early. Tuerkenheimer doing unbuffered angle changes? Okay. Show off. A little bit of a show off over here. So if you hold down when you're hessing and angle slightly left and right, it's really hard, but you can change angles without doing pause buffers. A little bit of a show off there, but you know, it's fine. It's a subtle brag. Mandatory sign reading, yeah. After the showing off, you have to downplay it with making a slight mistake, so you're not too cool. Alright, so we get a bottle. Bottles are really important because we need to catch eggs in Pirate's Fortress and to get Nue Bossa Nova. And Grrg will be performing Ferry Fountain alternate exit. Let's see how this goes. Good on target. One more chew. Just needs the angle change and do 2 megas. It's a good angle. Camera's a little weird, but that should be fine. It's a good frame. Nice. Oh no! What happened there? Maybe because he dropped the bomb and then rolled, like, late. The bomb was too low for him to actually mega flip off of it. It was the right frame, but I think the bomb was too low because he shielded and then rolled, didn't roll quick enough after shielding. That's really unfortunate. Alright, so meanwhile Tuerkenheimer is going to Palace, and we'll be getting Sonata of Awakening, which will allow us to go into Woodfall Temple. Grrg needs to get this try for sure. Alright, that's better. He's got a backflip here. Good. Really good. 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 Awesome. Target side ops. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Meanwhile, Tuerkenheimer looks like... Ooh, getting stick. Okay. Ooh. And just missed the platform cycle because he didn't enter the flower right away. Otherwise, I think he would have been able to make the early platform cycle. So Grrg is going to get some extra chews from this grotto, which is a good idea because he is a little low on them. And we'll also get Stick and Nut while he's here. Since he is here, he needs them. And so it's optimal for him to get Stick and Nut in this location. Should have said nothing. I mean, still pretty decent for Tuerkenheimer. I mean, this is definitely, you know, on PB pace. If wait, let me see, Tuerkenheimer's PV is 141.11. Is that true? Let me make sure. Double check over here. It is it's 141.10, so there's time save to be had. This is a pretty good run for Tuerkenheimer. Grrg's got a little work cut out for him. Gets a Hest, just doesn't angle change a little. Oof, the monkey. I hate the monkey, dude. A little turned around, but he figures out where he's going. Ooh. Yeah, it was a right turn there. Just having a little issues with, I think, rolling for Grrg here for like Hest tricks. Tuerkenheimer getting Song of Soaring. Song of Soaring is really important in this route. Not as important as other routes, I guess, because index warp isn't a thing, but maybe that makes it even more important. It would be very hard to get around without Song of Soaring. There's so many convenient things in this game. Like, imagine if Grandma and Scarecrow were in a thing, and we just had to wait all that time for day 3, night 3. I would cry. Alright, so Grrg getting Potion. Now he's gonna go get Sonata of Awakening. Doesn't have to get Stick and Nut here, which is good. It's a little bit of a time save. I got it earlier. I guess it's not really a time save, but it's a time save in this segment. Ooh. Tuerkenheimer was not trying to get sniped by that hip loop. Funny thing, I didn't know they were called hip loops until like 3 months ago. I've been running the game since 2016, but I didn't know what they were called. Yes, hitting the stick against the owl. Oh no! He needed to catch that fairy, but he slashed. Man. So you don't want to slash that pot too close or the fairy will touch you and heal you. Oh no, what happened to Grrg? I wasn't paying attention. Did Grrg die in the water? In the poison water? That's super unfortunate, dude. Ah, that's sad. Alright, Grrg is in Palace. Meanwhile, Tuerkenheimer now has to dupe him back of the aquarium because of that little mistake with the fairy. And doing targeted ESS dupes. They are safer for sure. I used to do them. Second one though. On no target. Nice little Zora jump / cancel clip for Grrg. Got a little heart there too, which is kind of good. Oh, how did he do that? Wait. I'm so confused. I gotta watch that back. How is that allowed but equip swap isn't? Because we didn't consider that a major glitch, really. The requirements for this category were interestingly made. It was kind of like just a community effort with what they thought would be allowed and what shouldn't be allowed. Because originally we thought it was going to be like previous Snowhead, like before Snowhead route where we went to Pirate's Fortress, but we still were allowed to use index warp. But the majority of people wanted a no index warp route. So we kind of made like a restricted any percent. I don't know. This category's origins are very odd, and why it's around is iffy, but you know, we enjoy this category because it has a lot of overworld movement and stuff you wouldn't regularly see in a speedrun nowadays. Tuerkenheimer is collecting Pinnacle Rock eggs first because you want it to be night when you go to Pirate's Fortress because the pirates are blind. Ooh! Got eaten! I'm kidding, that's purposeful. When you get eaten, you fall faster. I personally don't think it's faster to get eaten. I've timed it to be lower, but I think it's preference too. It might just be preference. Yeah, that one, that ocarina items is scary because if you fail it and you slash and you don't pull ocarina, you're stuck swimming all the way back to the aquarium. The only way to use ocarina underwater is to shuffle your feet and then use something that's in your hand, like a bottle with an item in it, and then press the item and then the slash button really quickly. And it'll pull the ocarina out for some reason. The game gets confused. Ooh, Grrg just misaligned his jump a little bit to the left. Should have been more to the right, and he's gonna have to take a death here. Well, ocarina items isn't really risky, it's just necessary. It's very necessary because otherwise you have to lose so much time. So what I look for, depending on your monitor, if you have a lagless monitor, you can look at the bomb flashes like 3 times slowly, and then on the 4th fast flash, I roll. That's kind of like my timing for all tricks, mega flips, and hesses. So to go flash, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, roll. 1, 2, 3, roll on 4. But yeah, that's what you're looking for. And you can't hold target or you'll crash the game. So just keep that in mind. After you roll, you have to let go of target. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is heading to Pirate's Fortress to get the hookshot and the rest of the eggs. The hookshot helps in this category since we don't have index warp. We can't go all the way to the top of Stone Tower Temple without hookshot. While in other routes, we don't need hookshot to get to the top of Stone Tower Temple because we can just place our marker on our map marker on Goron Village and it'll take us to the top of Stone Tower Temple, which is super convenient. Index warp is overpowered. Alright, so Grrg will be going to get Woodfall Temple Owl and raise the temple for him to come back to later. Turk is trying to go for the unbuffered angle changes up the steps. It's a really fast strat. If you're able to turn the angle. But usually we'll lose it there if you're not careful. It's really hard to do unbuffered angle changes, but they are worth it if you get them. For PF long jump, what Tuerkenheimer is doing right now, you have to get a tap side hop, which is inputting side hop for 1 frame and then letting go of the stick. And then, like, C-upping and turning your camera to the left. Which will allow you to get over the pirate's vision and grab the tank without getting seen. Which is really optimal, because now we can get hookshot and shoot the beehive. I guess to get hookshot. Without having to go into the upper chamber room above this room to shoot the beehive. It looks like Grrg got some really good dupes, so he won't have to go behind the aquarium like Tuerkenheimer did. Failed Woodfall Rising cutscene skip though, which is, honestly, it's one of the hardest cutscene skips. I have trouble with it. Even though it's just like any other cutscene skip, it just feels different. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer's just going to finish up PF by getting the rest of the eggs and fighting a pirate to get the second to last egg. In this route, we do Pirate's Fortress slightly different because we have to dupe our last bottle with this fish. So we'll be using this fish and bombs to dupe over our bombs so that we can have a 4th bottle. And we do that by dropping 3 bombs and then watch, you'll see. 1, 2, 3. Grab the fish. Fish is in our hand. We ESS turn. Boom. Now there will be a bottle over our bombs. It's achieved by when you use an item that can't be used at the time. Like, it makes that meh sound. If you use a bottle that's in your hand and then instantly press an item that makes that sound, you can actually dupe over that item. It puts a empty bottle over that slot, which is really good. Ooh. Tuerkenheimer got a little stuck. No problem, though. That pirate is blind AF. Nice, dropping the bottle during the cutscene. Meanwhile, Grrg is going to be attempting... Oh, not attempting. I'm sorry. We don't have all the eggs yet. Once he gets all the eggs, he'll be attempting ocarina items to soar out of there, dropping the eggs, and heading on to Pirate's Fortress. Tuerkenheimer got kind of an iffy pirate fight. That pirate can be very, very annoying. She's very non-cooperative. Tuerkenheimer getting the second to last egg, and then we'll make his way across Pirate's Fortress over to the last one. Oh, Grrg did that thing where you get eaten too. It's kind of like a cutscene dive, but not. The fastest thing to do to get to the bottom of Pinnacle Rock is actually drop the ferry that he just used while falling off the ledge, but it's frame perfect, and it's like impossible to do setup-less. So you kind of have to do a setup and then pause buffer it, which is slow. Depending on how many buffers you get, it's not worth it. But if you get it like pretty good, then it's very worth it. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is done with Pirate's Fortress. He has all his eggs. got all that protein. And he is going to deposit them into the aquarium, and they will teach him New Bossa Nova so we can go to Great Bay and defeat the fish. Yeah, a little proof, a little proof showcase. Hey, look what I got. It's an egg. Both runners dropping eggs, but in different parts of the run. Unfortunately, that just shows how far ahead of Grrg Tuerkenheimer is right now. Tuerkenheimer, though, I would say is a bit more seasoned than Grrg. Greg's one of the nicest people, though. So I can't say anything bad about Grrg. Too cool. I met Grrg at 2019 AGDQ. I met him in the Mario room, dude. I don't even know what we were doing in there. We were not playing Zelda. I was just watching people play SM64. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer's got the eggs, the song, and he is soaring the heck out of there. Because it's time for our first dungeon, and it only took us 50-something minutes to get to our first dungeon, but you know, that's fine. Hey, it's me, a Zippo. No, that's not how it went. I wish that's how it went. It would have been Pog champion, dude. All right, so Tuerkenheimer's trying to skip the Turtle Rising cutscene with pause buffering frame by frame into Zora Hall, and it looks good. If you play the song and pause on the first frame possible, the cutscene doesn't start. You can just buffer a side hop into Zora Hall and skip the cutscene, so when you come back out, the turtle will be already above water and awake. Well, he was always above water, I guess. He wasn't, like, drowning himself or anything. Can turtles drown underwater? They need air, right? I had a turtle once. He wasn't mine, he was my brother's, but... Yeah, they need air. They're like dolphins. Alright, so... Tuerkenheimer's doing time stop to activate the turtle, well, the pirate cutscene, we call it. So if you enter into the... Okay, guys, you're distracting me. If you enter into the turtle cutscene, the second turtle cutscene, with time stop, you can actually activate it and go back into Zora Hall with a little bit of a setup, which skips the pirates getting swept away by the typhoon, which saves a bit of time, and Tuerkenheimer is getting this. And saving a bunch of time. Tuerkenheimer's actually 45 seconds ahead of their PV right now. They breathe with their butts, though. That made me laugh and get distracted. So thank you. Tuerkenheimer with a good clip. Doing an ESS turn setup? I've never seen that before. Buffering for the right frame for safety. And in there. So that's Great Bay. We basically clip out of bounds and use a recoil flip to get to the boss room that's unloaded. Random, not random, but it's placed like all the way in this corner of the first room map underneath us, and we can just clip out of bounds and then shoot ourselves into the loading zone. So that temple that took you 5 years when you were kids just took 5 seconds for Tuerkenheimer. Grrg is having a little trouble up the barrel. There you go. Gonna get that egg. We need that protein. Got my protein shake for me. Got the fish first, that's fine, we need the fish anyway. Meanwhile, Tuerkenheimer, focus mode. Grrg is a nasty foe. And it's very scary when you have less than 3 hearts. Well, less than, I guess, 2 1/4. Because if Grrg eats you, you take 2 hearts, so Grrg can be extremely scary. Ooh, goes for the fast Grrg, but doesn't get it. If you get up on the platform early enough, Grrg lines up his shot really quickly to like hit the platform, so it saves a bunch of time. This looks good though, and it is, and a really good fight from Tuerkenheimer, so the first remains will be collected by Tuerkenheimer. Looks like a mid, well, like a 57-17 or something. 57, what? Getting the heart container, that's what I thought. So like 57-17. Yeah. Alright, not bad. Not bad. 45 seconds ahead of their PB. Meanwhile, the pirate is giving Grrg issues. Like always, the pirate gives everybody issues. That pirate is not fun to fight against. Like, there will be some runs where you get this amazing pirate fight and you feel like you're on top of the world, and then you get pulled down and remember that that pirate just doesn't like people. Oh, Grrg doesn't know. Does Grrg know that he doesn't need to drop all his bombs? He just needs to drop 3. As long as all 3 are out when he does the SS, it's fine. Maybe just not feeling confident enough to get it like that. Ooh, and presses the B button. You don't want Ocarina items there. Not yet, at least. And over on Tuerkenheimer's screen, learning Oath to Order. Oath to Order will allow us to, you know, get the Giants cutscene for the end of the game once we collect all the remains. This cutscene is unskippable. There are ways to skip boss remains cutscenes, but we need to learn Oath to Order, so we cannot skip the first cutscene for the first temple. It's a pain, but it is a must. I love Twilight Princess, such a good game. One of my favorite Zelda games. And the music in Twilight Princess is so good. Grrg is humming in the chat. Grrg is... Whoa! What is happening? What is this? Link is wall surfing. Whoa! What the heck? You could have clipped into the wall. Dude, that was sick. Dude, that was so cool. Oh, back on the wall. And backflips off it. Is that a new glitch? It's just something that happens when you like fall off a ledge. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's like when you try to grab something while also slipping on something at the same time, or like the grab happens and immediately stops. You just kind of like fade into the wall, and if there's actual non-clippable wall there, you just like vibrate against the wall for a while. It's funny to look at. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is in Woodfall. And he's gonna get the bow and arrow from the Lizalphos fight here, or Dynalphos fight. Either or, it's one of them. It's one of them. 2 crouch stabs with a stored jump slash with a Deku stick is all you need. Because this game mimics, the crouch stab mimics the last damage output you did, so when you jump slash with stick, it stores 8 units of damage. Or 4? Wait. 4. Wait. 4. I think. 8 is Great Fairy Sword. I think I had Great Fairy Sword in my brain. Or is GFS 6? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go insane. Anyway, my lack of knowledge precedes me. It's great. I'm so good at this game. So Grrg is getting Nue Bossa Nova and will be headed out to fight the fish. But a very hard and interesting part coming up for Tuerkenheimer, which is Woodfall boss key skip. Uh-oh. Ooh! Uh-oh. Tuerkenheimer doesn't have enough chews, really, for this now, unless he hovers all the way up with bombs. Which is what I guess he's gonna have to do. Right. Who needs to know the specifics? It's not that important. What's important is 2 Deku Stick jump slash storage crouch stabs kill the Lizalphos in 2 hits. That's all I need to know as a runner. The numbers are for people like Tuerkenheimer who discover setups for SRM and stuff. Scientists. Ooh, nice. Didn't get ISG and backed it up with crouch stabbing the damage source from the bomb. Ooh, that's not gonna work. This is a butt clencher part. Everybody clench. 1. Needs 3. 2. Oh, extra bomb. And 3. And in there like the finest of swimwears. He's a scientist. That's funny. Ooh, so you can actually stun a Dola by crouch stabbing with a specific timing. Gotta bring up storage. Oh, I didn't talk about storage. Oh, well anyway, there's a save and quit on the screen. I forgot to explain it when it was happening, but basically if you fall off a ledge while pulling Ocarina and play a song, when you void out, the song gets stored for the next time a text box comes up, which allows us to skip cutscenes like this. So we just get the remains, save and quit, boom. And that's what I mentioned earlier, is we couldn't skip Gaior because we needed the Oath to Order. But we can skip Adola and the rest losses. Remain cutscenes. Alright, it's time for Lullaby. Another butt clencher. Well, it's mostly RNG. So we're gonna go do another Ferry Fountain alternate exit like we did earlier in the run when we went from Great Bay to Icona. And then we're gonna go from Woodfall to Snowhead Ferry Fountain. It's the same direction too. It's just different fairy fountains. So we get the East Clocktown Ruby chest, get explosives. Grrg, meanwhile, looking like he's about to... Nice lineup for the Adola... oh my gosh. Nice lineup for Grrg BK skip. Good buffering. In there like swimwear, dude. Nice side hop down. I like it. Alright, so we could focus on Grrg for a little bit while Tuerkenheimer's doing Ferry Fountain alternate exit. It's basically the same thing you did earlier, which is 2 mega flips. You just do it at the Woodfall Great Ferry Fountain. Gonna grab a stick though. Am I correct? Yeah. Gotta be careful not to get nut when you kill this this Deku. Because it can ruin your run. Oh, arrows, that's so good! Alright, Grrg is getting the first shot for Grrg. Ah, and he's aimed a little too low, no. Arrows are really good, and I'll tell you why in a little. Alright, Grrg's gotta not take any... Well, he can take damage, but he cannot get eaten by Grrg, or this is gonna be very... Well, like I talked about earlier, anything less than 2 1/4 is scary business. Alright. Ooh, Grrg bonks on the wall. I would still use magic on Grrg. No! No, he's got eaten. Ah, he's got to do the BK all over again. Not like this. Oh, he's got a fairy! Psych! He came prepared. He debated me, dude. So... Tuerkenheimer is currently getting ISG so he doesn't fall off any ledges when the wind blows. And now he's gonna go line up a super slide. Just semi-RNG dependent based on wind cycle. Okay. Looking for the backflip. Good buffer. Good. Oh, insta-wind. That's really bad RNG. So the arrows are good because when you enter Snowhead, there's a trick called Action Swap that requires getting arrows in order to perform. The way that you do Action Swap is you have Hookshot in your hand and you jump into a text box, and when the text box activates, you pull out Deku. You pull out Deku Stick. And what that does is it confuses the game and changes the value of Deku Stick to a fire-charged arrow, which allows you to melt the ice. Not a fire arrow, a fire-charged arrow, which is like if you shoot an arrow through a source of fire. So you'll see that in a little bit when Tuerkenheimer gets up the slope. Pretty decent second try, too. RNG sucks, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Tuerkenheimer! Oh, Grrg went for the... Ooh. Grrg went for the, Grrg went for the fast fight, and he missed it. Oh, that's the death, for sure. He's gonna grab the fairies, though. The fairy here for safety. Meanwhile, Tuerkenheimer is in Snowhead. Suffered a little hit because of bad RNG, but we're fine. can go for action swap. So hook shot, Deku stick. Pulls hook shot out in the hand, side hops into the text box. Ooh. I didn't hear the animation for the stick. Yeah, didn't get it. So what happened there is Tuerkenheimer just misread, I guess, that he was gonna get the text and didn't actually pull the stick because he had thought he failed the setup. Or maybe buffered 2 frames accidentally and the text box just canceled the buffers. Alright, so if you slash into this corner, you can just hookshot over to that crate. Link has extendo arms. Alright, and here we will be performing a weird shot to clip out of bounds. If you hold a direction and pull hookshot on like Hess frames, it messes with the camera and displaces Link, which allows him to shoot around corners. It's a really cool trick. Don't use it that much nowadays. Ooh, and Tuerkenheimer didn't slash to the legend time, so he got blasted off the cliff. Unfortunate. Grrg looking like he's having a little bit better of a Grrg fight. Just gonna grab onto the ledge, not... Ooh, but bonks. Should be fine, though. Whoa. What the heck? Got launched. Almost out of the water. That was weird. Not getting the fairy from the chest. Yeah, in 100% you do want that fairy. Alright, so Grrg's gotta escape these fish that are trying to kill him. Alright, he hits Grrg. Gotta stun him. Just gonna take the safe route, I think. Oh, it needs magic. Going for magic. Uh-oh. Just needs to avoid getting... Well, I think Grrg has a fairy, so this should be fine. Yeah. Meanwhile, Tuerkenheimer is using crouch stab storage again to kill Wizrobe. Ooh! It's lashed, and now is gonna have to... Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't know if he meant to do that, or that was just a backup. That was pretty pog. And Grrg is finished with Grrg. Nice. As Tuerkenheimer takes the fire arrows from Wizrobe chest. Alright, so here we will need to store Song of Time to be able to skip goat cutscene. Tuerkenheimer is lining up the shot. Needs a mega side hop. And then is gonna just backflip out of bounds. Ooh. Oh no, this is bad. He landed in an unloaded room. He has to walk all the way around to the left side. He's got to go backtrack a little bit. There you go. But this is now going to make his last entry point down there. So he's going to have to hookshot all the way back up. And falls down. This is a big time loss for Tuerkenheimer. Looking for some extra explosives. Gonna take the stairwell back upstairs. Trying to fix equips in the meantime. Alright, hookshot over. That's a good idea. Save yourself some time from walking all the way over there. Oh, is he gonna store down here just for... I don't know if I would have done that just right now because of the way that it's gonna, where it's gonna put you back, but but it's an idea. Yeah, because now we got a hookshot back over there. It's going to give you this. Dude, we're in Snowhead, look. We just got here. We haven't been here for a little bit. We literally got here. Ooh, got frozen by the ice. So you can hookshot up to this torch. This is what you would do if you had gotten an action swap. It's a very tiny unit that you can hit here of the torch when you're lined up properly, a little to the right, I think. A little to the right. Up. This is, you might have to line it back up again. I would go one more. See, I would scuffle one more time. I just think it's more lenient that way. That should be good. Maybe. I would not. Okay. This is rough. Where are you, torch? There you go. The elusive torch over there, dude. It's so hard to hit that thing. Ooh. Grrg accidentally got nuts, so he's gonna have to dupe back over his nuts. Because in this route you need to have an empty bottle. Wait, do you? I'm not sure if you do in this route. You do for something. Oh, for the milk, that's right. For milk jump, you need it for milk jump. I was like, why do we need it? I know we need it. Ah, I get to talk about milk jump, dude. This trick hasn't been in anything for a while. Alright, Tuerkenheimer's got to get a successful mega flip and then do a clip out of bounds for the boss. And just not a good enough recoil flip, but that's fine. With 12 bombs, you can retry this all day, and it shouldn't be an issue. Uses a chew! Okay. Speed. Meanwhile, Grrg is getting harassed by some bows. Oh, more bows. Kills it with the hook shot. The bows were nipping at his heels like a pack of ravaging wolves. Gonna pick up an extra stick. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is now fighting Goat. Goat requires 15 regular arrows to kill. So what we're trying to do here... Ooh! And get sniped from the get-go. That is pretty sad. What we can do here is line up properly where Goat can't see us around the corner and we can still shoot. So what Tuerkenheimer's gonna have to do now is reline up the setup, and then try again. So Grrg can't see us, but we can shoot Grrg. We need to land 15 hits. So there's 1, there's usually this is 4, there's 4, 5, okay, going for 159, the safety strats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? Did it work? Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. I don't think Goat ran forward before he shot the last arrow. You want to make sure Goat runs towards you before you shoot the last arrow so that his ending cutscene places him right next to you. Now Tuerkenheimer is going to have to walk all the way. Yeah, I said Grrg. That's how much my brain is working after work. I went to bed at 12 something and then I woke up at 4:50. So I have had like 4.5 hours of sleep. Every boss is Grrg, alright? Taking a nice little stroll. Meanwhile, Grrg is headed to Adolwa. He's got a store behind this pillar, and then once he does that, he can proceed to the boss. Wait. Okay, so Tuerkenheimer now is gonna go get the rupee chest once more. And then proceed to Milk Road so we can buy the milk, and I'll explain why we need milk. Milk is extremely important in this run now. Who would have thought? So, a recent trick that was found, I think about last year, late last year, we found that if you have 2 bottles, Link won't put away a bottle. Like, we can get milk. I'll start it out like this. We can get milk. We can drink milk to a half milk. But usually when you drink milk to a half milk, Link puts away his bottle. We found out if we have a second bottle equipped to a C button, he won't put away the bottle, which allows us to cancel a hookshot animation. And as long as we're holding a bottle in our hand, that hookshot animation was stored for later. So now we can store hookshots for later dates and use them to propel ourselves in different directions or drag ourselves in different directions. Grrg is having a little bit of an issue with this hover onto the pillar. Gonna get a couple more explosives just to be safe. Sounds too good. Milk does sound good right now. I was drinking coffee, but it got cold. I want to heat it up, but I'm in the middle of commentating. Tuerkenheimer going for a Hess gets a slow speed and is just going to continue it because we don't have many bombs here. And if he were to try again, he would just be putting himself at risk of a big time loss. And time losses are bad. Alright, so Grrg is hovering up the pillar right now, trying to clip out of bounds to get that Woodfall BK so we can head on down to Snowman's Land after this temple. Some say cold coffee is good against wrinkles. I believe it. I don't know why, but I believe it. Alright, so gonna use milk, drink some milk. I didn't hear the hookshot. Am I crazy? Usually you hear like a hookshot animation come out. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe it did happen. Alright, so the hookshot should be stored for a later date. We're about to use that later date. Next time we pull hookshot, it's gonna do 2 hookshots, the one we stored and the one we're using now. The first one's gonna hit and the second one is gonna propel ourselves into the vertical direction. Boom! Hookshot jump. Because one hits higher than the other one, and they both hit 1 frame after another, for some reason it causes us to get propelled into the sky like we're God or something. We're just ascending into heaven. Isn't that what STT is all about? Ascension. Enlightenment. Getting the light arrows, becoming enlightened. Easy clip out of bounds here, just put the bomb down and go target in the corner. As long as you line up on the left side of the door when you enter. Gonna get this key, we need this key for later. And then we all meet on the flip side. Ooh, a doll is beating the shit out of Grrg right now. Uh-oh. Did he jump slash with the Deku stick? I hope Grrg didn't jump slash with the Deku stick, because Deku sticks don't do any damage to Adolwa. Oh no! Adolwa's now in phase 2. This is where things become almost impossible. The hardest phase of any boss, I feel like. Okay, gotta avoid these spiders. If he has, what's it called, stored though, he won't be able to hurt Adolwa. Okay, he's using quick spins, that's good. I would grab those hearts. Oh no, the fire's coming out. Dude, this is Monka. Oh, he got knocked out of the flames. Shoot the leg. Gotta wait for the flames to die down. Don't get burn damage. Oh my god, this is so tight. I'm so scared. Oh, he's dodging. He's freaking dodging, dude. Oh no, he's taunting. This is so rude. I hate this boss. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Kill it, it'll give you your heart. No! Oh no. It's got a fairy. But still, this is so rough. I hate this phase of this boss, dude. Taking burn damage. Tuerkenheimer on the other side, taking burn damage to help set up a death warp. That's really good. Alright, come on, get these quick spins. You got this. Oh, shoot an arrow, shoot an arrow, shoot an arrow, shoot an arrow. This is so scary, dude. The bomb blew up before Turk was even able to get the death orb. But if it hit before he opened the chest, it would have killed him. And then he would have had to go all the way back for the light arrows. And Grrg makes it out of Adolwa. Dude, that was scary. That boss is not like fun after you get past that first phase. Gonna need to save, reset. Good. Tuerkenheimer's using extended bow to reach through the wall. He's aiming a bit too high. He needs to go down. There we go. Man, that was intense. I was scared. Yo, truly, what's going on? Alright, so Tuerkenheimer is going to be doing, I think, right side. Yeah, right side. This will... So basically, you need to make it to the boss room, or the boss door room. I would go get magic if I was Tuerkenheimer. No magic is cants. Ooh, doing a setup for this clip. I've never seen that setup. Nice, nice. Nice recoil. I like it. The only thing I like is this magic count. Because you need... I guess going to... I guess Tuerkenheimer's going to get supplies at the bottom of the last room. So we need to make it to the last room because we can just use a bomb to clip out of bounds and into Twin Mold's like boss room without the key. It's really good. Isn't this game great, guys? We just go into boss rooms by clipping out of bounds and shooting ourselves out of bounds and doing crazy stuff. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer's attempting the weird shot to the lower level in this room. There's a BMOS down there we can hookshot. As long as we get... yeah, there we go. As long as we get the downward camera for it. Which is the second frame weird shot. First frame does nothing with weird shots. Second frame goes down. Third frame, JP goes forward. So it allows us to do a couple different things. Depending on what frame we use. Doing 2/ setup. Looks good. Clip is good. And we are in there. Finest of swimwear. On sale now. Pack Sun. Meanwhile, Grrg is going to be clipping out of bounds, going to, as we saw before, moving from Woodfall Ferry Fountain over to Snowhead Ferry Fountain. And then going to be attempting Lullaby Skip, which is RNG. And Tuerkenheimer got second try, which isn't too bad. Currently on another RNG segment, Tuerkenheimer. The patterns for Twin Mold are completely random. But as long as Twin Mold is close by, that's usually better. Oh my gosh, getting twin hammered right now. Caught between a rock and a hard place with Twin Mold and Twin Mold. Looking for the blue, there he is. Ooh, shot too early. So during this first phase, Twin Mold moves so slow that you can just shoot directly at the tail. If you try to aim a little bit ahead, it's just not gonna work. Grrg not getting ISG for that first attempt at Lullaby Skip, but that's fine. Can just retry, enter, and come back out. Yeah! So, what, caught between a rock and a hard place? Nice, nice. So as you can see, Tuerkenheimer is not opting to pull up storage right away, taking a little bit of a time loss for consistency's sake. Because if you pull up storage, you can't press the A button because it'll cancel storage. But that all means that you can't roll away from when Twin Mold's about to collide with your body. So this way, if you don't pull up storage, then you can just roll around out of the way and then pull it up when you hit the last shot, or right before you hit the last shot. Which is a little bit elusive right now for Tuerkenheimer. Eight shots left. Okay, there's one. This should be the last one. Misses. 6 arrows left. 5 arrows left. Four arrows left. Nice, okay. I was getting a little dicey. Not gonna lie, I was getting a little nervous. When you lose arrows like that, it can be pretty bad. Grrg is trying to get Lullaby Skip, but you need ISG and just not able to get ISG, and that's gonna have to be synced right now with these resets. Alright, so Tuerkenheimer's pretty much done. Just needs to go into Clock Tower, well, get bombs, go into Clock Tower, play Oath to Order, watch a 6-minute long cutscene, and then beat Majora's Mask, the video game. Unfortunately for Grrg, just still a ways away. Lullaby Skip can be very unforgiving because of the need to reset when you don't get the trick within a certain amount of tries. You just run out of bombs, and there's really no way to get bombs So there's no backup. It's really just get the trick, and if you get RNG'd to the max, you just have to reset. Or if you mess up, you just have to reset, and it's just not a fun way to go out, that's for sure. But persistence is key for Grrg right now, and doing a good job just powering through the speedrun. So we're gonna pick up the Doge now that we have bombs. Doge allows us to untarget. When you're in the air, when hovering, you can't manipulate your body and move around to angle change unless your camera is untargeted. So that's why we use the dog here. Tuerkenheimer. I think this time Grrg is gonna get... Oh, he has to get extra rupees. Must have missed 2 for 1. I would get some extra bombs while I'm out here. Opting not for the bombs just to get the rupees. Tuerkenheimer's just gonna play a song and sit in some cutscenes for a little bit here. So again, we can refocus on Grrg for a little bit. So Grrg is gonna have to try again with Enter Snowhead. So since he has to reset the cycle, he's got to do everything all over again. Get the stick, go into the Ferry Fountain, do the alternate exit. And then he's got like... I don't know how many attempts you get after that. It doesn't feel like many, that's for sure. You get like 8 tries, depending on how things go. So what's pace for... What does pace look like for... Looks like 144 pace maybe for... It's a pretty good race time. Tuerkenheimer had a pretty decent run overall. I think the worst part might have been Snowhead. Other than that, the run was like pretty decent, I'd say. Oh, and Grrg not getting over the wall. I don't know what that was, actually. Was that angle? That looked so weird that he didn't get over the wall. Ooh, having some issues with ISG. All right, line it up. Let's try again. There we go, ISG. And so it's going to be a little rough for Grrg, because now he only has 6 bombs. So he gets even fewer tries at this. So hopefully RNG is in his favor and ISG's favor. Looks like getting altered around with this camera. Ooh, and misses ISG. Just a little early with these ISG attempts. You really want to like make sure Link's getting that extension before pressing A. Getting it this time. Even did like a quick second try to save it. That was pretty cool. It's sometimes really hard to get a second try if you miss how fast the wind comes, but he reacted very fast. Trying to get the C up, but the game is just like refusing to allow him to C up. Okay. Yeah, Tuerkenheimer can't PB, but it's still a pretty decent run. It's only like 3 minutes off PB, I think. Ooh. And getting bad RNG. This is rando. No, this is not rando. This is all dungeons restricted. Most similar to 2013 any percent. Alright, Tuerkenheimer's gonna do a super slide over to Majora. Let's see how fast he can talk to him. That stops the super slide a bit early. I was once told by a man named Celestial Dirk a very good visual cue for like talking to Majora during that super slide. Oh, and Grrg gets hit back into the Ferry Fountain and has one try at ISG and the super slide now. Okay, gets ISG. Gonna have one shot at this. Alright, we'll dial in the Tuerkenheimer for now, since he's in Majora. So, Majora has 4 phases. 2 different mask phases, Incarnation phase, and Wrath phase. The first phase, you could combine like both mask phases and just consider it one. But the first mask phase is pretty straightforward. Just Zora fins, and then a light arrow, Zora fins, light arrow. Then the remains come out, and you do the same thing. Fins, light arrow, fins, fins. Because you want to burn magic here, so you're going to shoot fins, do a jump slash, and use some magic up. Some people use fin cancel and shoot another fin. And then when the fins come back, you can just use magic up. Or you can use a jump slash. They're the same. Shooting fins, yep. Here you want to trip Incarnation with Zora armor. Does not get good RNG. Ooh. Gets hit twice. That's actually... Oh, gonna use has extra bombs. So can use that to trip Incarnation, but is getting destroyed by the remains. This doesn't look good for Tuerkenheimer. Gets the trip. Okay, gets another trip. That's really good. This is gonna be scary, guys. This is gonna be scary. Wow. I didn't mean that. Let's calm down there in the chat, okay? No violence. Needs 10 crouch stabs, 3, 4, 3, only 3. Has to avoid taking any damage. Oh, that's a good camera. That's a good position. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and Turk finishes with a 145-24. It looked like that's 23-24. That was clutch. That was clutch. GG's Tuerkenheimer. That got scary, a little bit sweaty for me at the end. I started clenching my butt a little bit there. Not gonna lie. But Tuerkenheimer knew from the start. He was like, nah, I got this. I got this. This is fine. I got this in the bag. Diamonds were made in the process, yes. I can confirm. Can confirm. £20,000 of pressure. Feels okay, man. I mean, only 4 minutes off PV, that's pretty good. Zeepo can shit diamonds? No comment? I won't reveal my financial secrets of how I stay wealthy.
Zeepo, if you actually can shit diamonds, I want my share.
Alright, Trez. I think we're all in need of some diamonds this time of year. Blame Trez. Oh, bad. Oh, man. Looks like Tuerkenheimer's in the waiting room. Should we pull him for an interview? Let's pull him in. I can't believe I can pull people. I feel like I have so much power. Hi, Turk.
Oh, how has it been for Grrg? I was not really watching that much.
Grrg's having some issues with the lullaby skip. It hasn't been too bad. I don't know if Grrg's been practicing too much, but lullaby skip is giving him some issues.
I know that feeling.
Grrg and lullaby skip, but you're on pretty good, except I think Snowhead was kind of iffy.
Guess what I practiced the most?
Snowhead.
For the run. Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
Practice. Yeah. And I also made exactly the same mistakes.
Give us the run through. What did you feel was good? What did you feel was bad?
Other
than Snowhead.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it was trash completely. Because, I mean, I don't know, man. I have the feeling I could do so much better. I mean, I'm my PB is 7 minutes behind my sum of best now, and yeah, even if I'm close to PB, it does not feel good. But yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I think just Snowhead and a couple other things. If you spiffy up a little bit, I don't know, sub 140 looks easily doable for you.
I mean, there are a lot of strats that I do for consistency. Like I have a weird slow setup for a Woodfall boss key skip because I've just failed that too many times.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, that was a weird backup this run. I always feel stupid to farm so many bombs. But yeah, this is one of those runs that reminds me why I farm those bombs.
Well, when you need the consistency, those bombs really did come in handy because you ended up having to hover all the way up.
Yeah.
But not a bad run, like...
Yeah. I have a lot of easy time save, like the cutscene skips in Great Bay, to enter Great Bay Temple. My PB just failed them horribly in the worst way.
Yeah, and you nailed that kind of in this one.
Yeah.
You were ahead by like 45 seconds.
Yeah, up to Snow at this run was actually quite decent, at least compared to my average. I mean, it still feels trash, but yeah, actually, it was fine actually.
I've never seen someone do ESS turns for Grrg boss key setup.
Oh yeah, I actually made that setup specifically for total dungeon completion. Because I'm not 100% consistent in doing that setup, or I was not 100% consistent. Which, I mean, is fine, but for TDC, or the routes for TDC that had the chain warping, if you fail that and void out, you crash, and then that's run over. And I wanted a setup that is 100% consistent, and so I made that. Same as with pause buffering recoil flips. Like, you don't need to pause buffer that, but like 1 in 4 times, maybe I failed it, and then it loses so much, and I just told myself, dude, just buffer it. It consistently loses a little bit, and right now I should just go for consistency.
Yeah, I mean, when I first learned how to do recoil flips, I was really bad at them until I learned the, like, dropping it and backflipping when it hits your feet setup. That's when I started getting consistent with them, I think.
Oh, I've never really tried that, actually.
I should show you that, because it's like,
yeah, I mean,
it's
I
the
know how
same
it
timing
works,
for
yeah.
mega flips, I think, but you just
Yeah.
backflip when it touches the ground.
I mean, mega flips are easier because you have, well, not easier, but the flicking of the control stick is somehow better because you don't have to, within 2 frames, you don't have to flick back and forth. I mean, right? Oh no, Grrg. Doing it.
Grrg got in, though. A little bicycle.
Oh god, yeah,
Nice.
I'm watching the restream, so I have a delay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, truly. That's the god setup, I think. The same thing with getting perfect hovers. That's like a very similar type. Well,
I mean,
it's a
I'm
little
still doing a lot of things unbuffered in practice, so maybe one time or one day I will go back to unbuffered. And also when I go for PB and run is really bad, then I also sometimes do megas and recoil flips unbuffered. But yeah, in a race, better go for consistency.
Yeah, we will not answer that question. Crappa.
Oh man.
My brain just automatically went to help people mode. My bad. So yeah, I think your run was pretty good. You got milk jump the first try. That was pretty.
Yeah.
odd.
I mean, I have. This was just my 3rd run within a month. So we, after we scheduled this, I went back to practicing this category after maybe a month break, and then yeah. Oh no, Grrg. Yeah, my 2 runs for practice were super duper garbage. Well, the first run was super duper hyper duper garbage. Then the second run was just super garbage, and now this run is just garbage. So yeah. Progress.
Good enough to take the win, though. So I'd say it's good enough for now.
Yeah.
You just gotta improve enough to get the win next time.
Who is next? I didn't even.
Let's find out. Actually, that's a good thing to look at. And of course, I hit the wrong pin.
Yeah, somebody.
It looks like Mats or Avisho bet.
Who? Oh, Avisho.
Yeah, Matsu-sen or Avisho bet.
Yeah, then. Wait, is it who wins or who loses?
It's whoever wins.
Yeah, then I'm out, I think.
Probably Matsu-sen, I think. I can't. Why is Matsu-sen seated 14th?
Because he never ran the category before the tournament. Or I don't know which seating this is now. I will to look into that later.
Jake needs to update this. He still doesn't have that Pope forfeited against me. LMAO.
Yeah, somebody said in chat, I read that, that it hurts to not get the ferry when you do the weird shots to the chest.
Yeah, because they were so used to 100%.
Yeah, it really does. It's pretty stupid switching between those categories that collect the ferries and those which don't. I've actually forgotten that ferry once because of that. I've never accidentally opened the chest when I didn't have to. So
I'm guilty of opening it in an any percent run. I'm guilty of opening it, I think, in an any percent run. when I went from hundo to any percent again.
I've never done
time I-
hundo, but yeah, I like the Ferry collection categories. Although
I
I've
did
not.
hundo for a week, I think.
Nice. I've not actually done standard AFR yet. I have started practicing that a while ago, and then yeah, as it always is, something new comes up.
Oh yeah, and with turnkey skips getting easier and easier, that category is like a little bit more free. It used to be so hard.
I used to do the boss key turnkey skip, where you actually do the boss key skip, but I did it as turnkey skip because I thought, okay, I only want to do it once. And what I did not know is that the other one, closer to the entrance, is way easier. And yeah, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah, and before even that, do you remember when it used to be where you had to hover over in the hallway, hover over the pipes, and then drop down, turn around, and do a mega side hop?
I have seen the history of that, or yeah, I've seen the documentation, but that was before my time.
Yeah, I had to do that when I first ran.
Oh.
I never recorded my runs, but I think I got a 216, and I was like,
Wait,
I
wasn't that?
did.
How long ago
Terrible.
was that? Like that was before.
I don't know, 2017, 2018.
Wait, wasn't there the death warp? Or not death warp, but where you die in the first room and somehow clip into the wall? Or was that just slower in the hundo context?
For AFR, that's all I remember is hovering over the pipes.
Yeah, I guess maybe when you get healed by fairies and stuff, and maybe also when you're not in the first room anyway. So
in
it's probably,
hundo, I think
yeah.
back in the day in hundo, we used to just do turn the turnkeys. Maybe, I don't know. That's a good question. We might have done basic Great Bay. I ran AFR way before hundo though. I didn't run hundo until right before SRM. And then I ran SRM hundo.
The very first total dungeon completion route was actually very beginner friendly because it was basically AFR except all the hard stuff. That was actually a pretty good way to learn the game. But yeah, unfortunately TDC is completely broken now.
With light node SRM?
Yeah, not just light node SRM, but I found a way to glitch the physics, and now you have boots with very low gravity, and you can jump very high. And it is very interesting and probably also cool to run it, but I don't know. Yeah, I actually was almost finished routing that, but then yeah, I don't know. Somehow, always something new comes up.
Will there be more races tonight? I'm not entirely sure. Not of MM though. Yeah, that's
or vanilla MM at least.
Nope. Okay. So there will be no more Zelda today. Today is a quiet day, says Trez. What's Grrg's PB? Does Grrg have a PB?
Not on speedrun.com.
All right, one more hover. Went really far. All right, needs to do a recoil flip here. Oh, I think just let go of target a little too early. Oh, that's not gonna work. I wouldn't try that. Yep, I wouldn't try that. Targeted the wrong part of the wall. Oh, did you see what happened to Grrg this run? It was so cool. I need to go clip that somehow.
No, what?
In PF, he like slipped. He went to do awkward jump into the last room for the egg,
Oh,
and
you got
he like got stuck on the wall, and then he started moving down the wall towards like hookshot room really slowly. It was like super funny.
where Link says oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've not seen that there, but yeah.
Yeah, but usually it's like straight down. This time
Yeah,
it was like this time it was like horizontal. It was kind of funny. There we go, nice.
Okay, I have not seen that then.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. If I could clip it. It was pretty poggers, I think. It was one of the funnier things I've seen in this game. Alright, so let's see how Goat goes for Grrg. And Missa is gonna have to adjust that shot a little bit.
Oh man, my goat was so awful. Everything.
Oh yeah, your goat was interesting. You had to reline it up, and then you shot just a little too soon, I think, right?
Yeah, I wasted so much time and thought, oh, I need to hurry, but I didn't. Pretty stupid.
That's why I don't like 159, but because I always used to rush it.
Yeah, but usually I realize how fast I go. I can't really control how fast I go, but I can realize how fast I go and then delay the last shot. But this time I didn't somehow. I don't know, I think I have weird problems that nobody else has. That sound is
I mean, that's not like a crazy like mistake with the goat thing though, or like that happens to some people sometimes, or it's happened to me definitely before, more than once. Okay, this is the clip. I'm gonna put it in the speedrun.com chat. I don't know how this happened this way. He like rode the seam down and then almost clipped out of bounds.
I will see.
Alright, done with goat. Last temple. Stone Tower Temple.
Oh. I mean, yeah, he's going down left.
He like rode the seam and then almost did like a wall clip. Yo, what's going on, Bewildebeest?
Yeah, that's really interesting. Guess it's time to show Anthony, and then Anthony will make some obscure use of that.
Dude, that I don't know why that was one of the cooler things I've seen in MM for a little bit.
Yo, thanks, Bewildebeest. I hope I pronounced that name correctly.
Yeah, I think that's right. Bewildebeest is a freaking legend. Feels okay, man.
Nice, nice.
Tuerkenheimer! You're a little late, Bewildebeest. Thanksgiving's over. Alright, so Grrg is going to be attempting the hookshot jump by using milk and stored hookshots, like we saw in Tuerkenheimer's run. What's the traditional Christmas dinner? Is it also turkey? I would say turkey or ham, depending on your family. Eat elves for Christmas. Yo, I'm dying. The elf is on the kitchen shelves. It's gonna be taken down off the shelf for dinner tonight. Lining up the shot. Looks like... Does Grrg know? Grrg probably should just hold into the ESS range for this instead of trying to buffer the frame. But it looks like that should work. Gotta wait for this boulder though. Alright. Ooh. That should still work. Gotta buffer until first frame of landing. Where Link goes into the crouching. There you go. Pull this. Ooh!
Thing. Last time he did not really know the trick. Oh. Okay, but he can reattempt.
Yeah, still can reattempt. Alright. There we go. Good frame. Nice. Good job, Grrg. Let's go. And whatever he's comparing to, he's minus 8 minutes now on. He went from plus 17 to minus 8 minutes. Grrg got messed up with Lullaby Skip very badly. It's not a fun trick. Should be good. Yeah, unfortunate.
That reminds me the Death Warp after Light Arrows.
Oh man, I got...
That was quite something.
Yeah, I was like, uh-oh, if this... When it blew up, I got so scared because I was like, oh, okay. He didn't die, at least. He got double. Like, you got the frame that it blew up.
Yeah, and that's not the first time that happens.
Alright, Greg's trying to line this up.
I think he dropped the bomb too early the first time.
That's interesting that he does that. He should probably target in the corner and just stand there. Alright, nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Get this key. Move on. Gotta get these light arrows. Is he actually? Was he about to attempt that?
What, the super swim? I don't think so.
The super swim. He went for the.
Oh, yeah, now I see
recoil.
what you mean. Yeah. When you like streams, though. Whenever I fail that damage boost, my bigger problem is my health, because I have it set up perfectly for the death warp, and I'm always like, what do I do when I take half a heart too much damage?
Ooh,
And
was
then
this
you
an
have to
early
do
roll?
weird things, like
Yeah.
taking fire damage.
Yeah, but the fire damage was clutch.
Yeah, but that happened to me so many times that I needed to back it up
This was a
so
good
many
frame.
times. So yeah,
All right, nice. With a bomb to spare, no problems. Now I gotta farm bombs from the potatoes. Nice, double bomb drop. Only a 5 and 9 chance, right? But we're gonna get both.
I don't know.
Or wait, 9
I
and
guess,
16, I'm sorry. What am I
Yeah,
saying?
9 and 16. Yeah,
It's been a while since
Well-
my brain worked.
5 and 9 is close.
Oof, damage. I think that was the old figure we used to use, 5 out of 9. And then people were like, it's actually 9 out of 16.
And 9 is a number that you know cannot be right, since that is not a multiple of 2. I mean, technically you can implement that, but yeah, it'd be very unusual to make it like that.
Are you getting the weird shot? Needs to take another burn damage if wants to do. Probably not gonna go for the death warp, maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
Slight pause. All right, nice first. Second shot. Get a third. Ooh, dude, he's being rude. He keeps jumping. And all right.
While that's slower, it's actually like sometimes I prefer that just because it's not that scary. Like sometimes I'm worried if I didn't roll too early or too late or something, and when he jumps, then there's no issue.
I do, because I do everything because I'm stupid. I do the pull the fire arrow before he jumps at you strat now.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Something
dumb
is a gamer
because
here.
well, it's dumb because then if he jumps, you're stuck looking like an idiot. Pull like you have a fire arrow in your hand. You're like, what do I do with this?
I've never even learned how that works.
Yeah, you just have to space it right, and then you just backflip when he does his second jump. But
Yeah,
I
you
feel
should
like
maybe learn
90% of the time he just jumps. So nobody notices the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's really fast. It's just it's bad because the guy jumps away. I would redo this. This looks like a bad lineup. You want the right side of your magic bar to be touching the bottom right of the left block. Gonna need more magic.
Oh, there are so many ways to line up there, so I think technically this can work if he knows the setup.
Well, it would have worked if he put the bottom right of the magic on the or the right side of the magic on the bottom right. That's just my visual cue for the area. It's not that small, but it's still like you gotta be on it. There you go. That should work. Up, and he's moved. No, don't move it. To the right. To the right, to the right. There we go. No, stop moving. That should work. There you go. Invert stone tower switch is to the right. Alright, that's okay.
Yeah. This... no, well... I mean, I also sometimes do mistakes like that and ask myself, wait, why does this not work? And then after I did the trick, I remember, oh yeah, I did this completely wrong. Sometimes brains are stupid.
Dude, my brain is so dumb. I was on... So I'm running NMG right now, and I was doing D-Rust runs yesterday. So I got bad twin mold RNG, which killed 118. And then I go to get the eggs. I'm still on like sub 120 pace, which is really good for a D-Rust run. And then I go up on the tank, side hop twice, and drop the real egg.
Yeah, that's... I recommend running ADR forehead.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about duping eggs, but NMG is the god category.
Yeah, that's true actually.
And the run lost like 50 seconds at snow hit, so I'm de-rusting pretty quickly.
I want to run that on N64 one day, and then do Lullaby skip unbuffered.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, American cards are so expensive.
I don't have one, yeah.
I got my Japanese for €8. No shipping cost. €8.
That's what I got mine for.
Maybe $10.
Like $10, $11.
Yeah. Like what the heck? And my N64.
And then the English version is so much money.
Yeah, and my N64, my Japanese N64 was €20.
Ooh, he forgot to store, and this way of storing is weird.
Oh, he does this. Oh, yeah.
Did you know with that method you can just walk off?
Yeah, it's super weird. I never really learned how to do this. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think it's not important to learn because there's a shorter void out point somewhere else.
What was
it? It is an
I had to do this
interesting
once. I think it was my meme category Diet Dungeon Completion that got all the dungeon items, but not the fairies. So the opposite of AFR. And then you had to do the song storage there to get the mask before the song storage.
Wait. So it gets all of the
just the
dungeon items.
Dungeon items, so bow, elemental arrows, giant's mask.
Does it get
maps and compass? Yeah, maps and compass.
Oh, it does get maps,
but
okay.
Not hard containers, and not the fairies.
That didn't work, really. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
That category now also doesn't really make sense because too much stuff got found.
It doesn't kill the bosses either.
Well, it kills the bosses.
What if you should just moonwarp now, right?
Yeah, the thing is, it was with moonwarp, so it was with SRM, but I thought all dungeons with SRM was a little bit too boring, so I extended it a little bit.
Hey, I did that. I had a world record in that category, because I was the only one who wanted to run it. That's not true. Ragan ran it before.
I think I never had world... Did I have world record? No, I did not.
In any percent, right?
Oh yeah, any percent. Because that means so much to have had an any percent world record. I mean, okay, same with all dungeons after the new route.
We're in the any percent world record history, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that all that matters?
Yeah. Well, I
Now we
had
can
it
focus
before
on good categories.
on the N64 observatory route.
And I had it back in... Ooh, Twin World's not playing nice. I had it back in Poop Stain setup. In the Woods of Mystery with the rupee.
Wait, somebody ran that?
With the rupee. Where you had to get the
Wait.
fins to pull the rupee all the way back. You voided
Oh,
out.
that! Oh, Moonwarp 1.
Yeah, Moonwarp
Yeah, that
1.
was cool. Does Grrg
That
have
setup was
milk?
funny.
The half milk? It's always
Huh?
something to keep in mind, because he is relatively low health.
Oh
So you
yeah,
can
I
always
forgot you
drink
have
your
half
half
milk.
milk.
Good old Romani Ranch milk. He jebaited me like 20 times with fairies. He died to Grrg and it jebaited me, and then he died somewhere else, I think.
You
and
know,
jebaited me.
I always get a ferry out of habit at this point, before Gaia. Because sometimes you just mess up. And then Gaia is very unforgiving. But I did not need it.
Yeah, your Grrg was clean.
Yeah, that was better than my average, actually. Because I got the 3 hits at once. Normally I mess something up and then have to do the last hits separately. Man, my twin mode also was so bad. I was so mad that I missed...
The last couple shots.
Yeah, not just the last couple. Like, there were so many shots where I thought, dude, why am I missing that?
I honestly think the ending was the worst part, but then the
And I still saved 2 seconds to PB. That was actually what made me mad the most.
You missed a fire shot, I think, on blue. That was kind of sad. What do you think about that idea?
Wait, which idea?
Can you see race commentary one? Oh, yeah, it's like... I'm just talking to Trez real quick.
Oh.
So yeah, apparently that was a gold for Grrg for Twinmole, so that's nice. All right, so now Grrg is pretty much done. He's just got to get some bombs, hover in a clock town, wait 6 minutes to fight the final boss, and then we out of here. We can get you all to bed early or late, depending on where you are in the world. Maybe you guys can head home, finish, or do some Christmas shopping before the end of the night. Do Europeans celebrate Christmas?
Is that a serious question?
I don't know.
Well, Christians do celebrate Christmas, so yeah, Christians.
No, I guess that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, Christmas is celebrated by pretty much anybody who somewhat, lives in a Christian country, I guess, or
It's on the
somehow
24th in Germany.
That's not true. That's Hallows Eve, and what's different between the English-speaking world and pretty much the rest of the world? I mean, probably there are some exceptions, but most countries do the what's it called? Gifting the presents on Hallows Eve.
Oh, okay. We gift on Christmas Day and Hallows
Yeah.
Eve because we're overwhelming. Yeah, I have my family's separated, so we celebrate on both days. It's kind of cants, but it's also kind of nice.
I mean, yeah, every family does it also a little bit differently. Also depends on which parts of the family are available.
Oh, but isn't there a creepy German like Christmas like horror thing? What's his name?
What? Wait, what?
I gotta remember it. There's a German story, I think, that my German... we had a Krampus, there you go. Yeah. Our German roommate in college told us about Krampus or Krampus, and I was like,
I
I
don't
was
know
creeped
what
out.
that is.
It's like I think it's like a bedtime story for kids or something.
Okay.
Krampusnacht. It has fallen out of use a lot. Oh, okay. I just remember hearing about it from my roommate. That's a crazy old thing. Anti-Santa beats children's booties with some twigs. That sounds funny. Alright. Grrg is in cutscene hell. Let's go.
Hey.
What about filling shoe with candy thing? We do that with socks. Stockings.
Oh yeah, do you really hang socks above the oven and then the fire?
Above the fireplace, yeah.
And then they catch fire and then the house burns down?
No.
Is that the tradition?
No,
Oh,
no.
I thought so. Oh no.
Yes and no. Not in my place. We don't hang them above the fireplace at my house. We hang them on the staircase. Everyone buys a new house every...
Mhm.
That's what insurance is for, Bewildebeest. Right? We just cash out on that insurance check and buy a new place. Who has a real fireplace anymore? I mean, we had a gas fireplace. That's technically real. They're all TVs now. I'm dying. They literally are, though.
TVs. Yeah. Isn't there YouTube videos where you can watch fire for 10 hours? And then you can put your laptop with that video running in your fake fireplace.
Hang your stockings above your Tesla screen and put it on romance mode. It turns into a fireplace. So Saint Nicholas actually punishing the misbehaving children instead of giving them, like, coal, I guess. That's pretty crazy. They actually... fake fireplaces you can buy that play videos of fake fire. Like, my dad's girlfriend has a fake fireplace, but I don't think it's a TV. I think it's like a light or something. And it just mimics fire. It's like one of those LED lights or something. And then it just blows hot air out. They have plasma screen ones. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess I got spoiled with a real gas fireplace. Now I don't have it anymore, but I did in my my birth home, I guess. I don't know what to call it. My first house. Yeah, dude, my dog used to sit next to it and hug it, but we enjoyed it. She would just lay there for hours, enjoying the fire. Best place to make love. On the ground next to a fireplace. Rolls over and burns burns your ass on the fire. Good insulation greater than fireplace? Nah. I like the cold and the fireplace heat, so I would be happy with poor insulation on a fireplace. Yo. Oh my god. Love next to good insulation. Grrgasm. Ooh, that sounds sweaty. Good insulation during the summer. What if you had all three? Good insulation during the summer and a fireplace on? Things are getting steamy. Opting for a Hess instead of a super slide? Not getting the Hess though.
That. Yeah, I used to do that because I suck at super slides.
Super slides are free.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when I played on N64. Their passes were free.
I gotta teach you guys some visual cues. These are god tier.
Dude, visual cues are an absolute miracle to me. Like, you know, when you ask something about a bomb trick and people tell you, oh, on that red flash of the bomb or a blue flash, whatever, you have to roll, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck? Do you really count the flashes?
And then Jimmy says something about Link's breathing or his head shaking back and forth. Or somebody said something like that one day, and I was like, what? You look at Link's head shaking back and forth.
I mean, for me, it's just a weird feeling. Like, I just have... I don't count the flashes, but it's just a feeling. I don't know.
I think my brain counts the flashes because I do roll on the fourth fast flash.
Maybe somehow subconsciously. But yeah.
Yo, Trez with the gifted sub to be wildebeest though. Just eyeball it, ZFG. That's a good quote. Good first phase of mask.
Oh, using fire arrows.
Yeah, fire arrows. I don't know why actually.
Interesting. Well, I mean, they do have the advantage that you can make Majora, that you can make Wrath jump away. But yeah, disadvantages are you don't waste enough magic here.
And you can't get insta-stun.
Yeah. Because making a jump away can be an advantage, but also a disadvantage, depending on what you want to do.
Switching to regular arrows now. I guess because of the no magic drain.
Yeah, too much magic. I got so lucky with my bombs. It's the bombs to stun her.
Millie Moon with the raid. Thank you for the raid, Millie. Oh wow, that was lucky and also sad because Grrg didn't react quick enough to Incarnation tripping herself. Alright, Incarnation is dead. Nice waffles. Alright, Wrath with these big ass muscles. Let's go. Bring out the whips. Ooh, And from behind, which one was that goat? Was hiding behind Majora and just sniped Grrg. Nice shield, that was cool. You gotta wait for him to attack when you have regular arrows, Grrg. Oh, shoot! Ah, nice, okay. Gotta get 10 cross stabs. 1, 2, too quick. Uh-oh. Remains are easily targetable. That's really annoying. Alright, the stun. Needs 8 more. Ah, remains. Calm down.
It's so funny to watch this with the delay, because I know what's going to happen. Because of your commentary.
Closer. 1, 2, 3. Oh, too late. A good visual cue for when a crouch stab is when the whips hit the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah, I see.
Bringing out the light arrows finally. Just wants to get it over with. Oh, and gets hit while shooting the light arrow, but luckily has a fairy. And this time I know he has a fairy because of him bringing up the menu. Oh, and the stun got off. Okay. Something. I don't know how many was that. Okay. There we go. 2739. GG's, Grrg.
GG.
Nice. Good games, guys. That was good. Was fun.
Hey, thanks so much. Good
Yo,
stuff.
Grrg. Nice run, Grrg. Lullaby skip was unfortunate, but
That was 5th try wind. That was 5th. One time I
Yeah,
could have actually
that's
gotten
fine.
it when I got hit by the boulder. That was tough.
it's an unforgiving trick. Very unforgiving.
Yeah.
I hate that you have to reset. There's just no bombs anywhere.
Yeah, or that you get bombs, you have to blow up a boulder and like hope.
Yeah. Which
But,
is the thing. You can keep reloading and then like, oh, well, I guess ISG is almost impossible. You can get true ISG, but it's cancer.
I'm not good at Chew ISG. I've never
Yeah,
gotten it once. I thought I
it's
could get it.
awful.
I can't. But yeah, I'm really happy overall. Like, I got the stuff like Twin Mold and Stone Tower Climb were the two things that really plagued me in my last race, and I really righted that ship. So, you know, always new holes to plug up, but happy with it overall.
Yeah, I was really happy about your Enter Stone Tower. Is this a real PB?
Oh yeah. I haven't run this category that much. This is a real PP. This is my first sub 3 hours. Woo!
Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, let's go. Any progress is progress, and an hour PB is ridiculous, so let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to keep going. My original goal time was like sub 2 hours, but I don't know, I'll see how I feel. I kind of saw it as a very good middle way into the different kinds of any percent NMGs. So
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
that's glitched beginner category for sure.
yeah, it's great for that. And good tutorial by Truly Non. If anyone's looking to learn this, highly recommend it. That's how I did it.
I'm adding Truly on now. The God Gamer. Did I race Truly with my first race? Or did I commentate with Truly?
Tuerkenheimer, I'm glad to see that your skills are still sharp beyond first cycle skip.
Yeah, I just put up this category again a few days ago.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Where were
just
your
this my third run.
where was most of your time lost in the run?
This run was Snowhead Temple.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't know.
I saw you
Yeah.
go into the invisible room when doing the loading. I had the stream open for a little bit, and I saw that.
Oh, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much the worst part of my run. And it took me so long to realize which room I was. I thought, do I need to sort out? But no.
Mhm.
Yeah, you had to like go around the back side of that room. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I was where the key is. With the block that you have to push away to get to the key.
Mhm.
And then Scarecrow Skip was giving you some issues.
Oh,
Oh, you were doing scarecrow.
I
I
practiced
didn't do
that.
the action swap, so I didn't do that.
yeah,
It was the
failed.
backup.
Also, yeah, first I failed action swap. I thought, okay, maybe at least I don't have to do Scarecrow Skip. But no, game said no.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised a lot of people do that fall all the way down thing before using that chew. All I do is
Yeah.
backflip, hold right, and then like as I level back out, I just use
I mean,
the chew.
yeah, I used to do that, especially on N64, because yeah, you want to go for maybe a little easier strats on N64, and then yeah,
Nice.
I mean it's significantly easier to just clip out with hookshot.
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
that's definitely easier, but it's a little slower.
I was failing the ISG using the ice that Kai showed me. I don't know why I was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But you can like crouch stab into the wall, then the torch, and then quickly see up and cancel it. And
You have
just
to
end up
store
with-
damage though.
Oh.
Did you store damage?
I slashed my sword once at
Do
the
you?
end. I kind of figured that might have been it, but when I failed it once, then I just kind of like gave up on it and
I
used a
think
bomb.
you do. I think if you have 0 damage, it doesn't work, but I could be wrong.
You know, it definitely seemed like that because I tried a lot more with nothing
I
stored.
also thought I want to do that, but I quickly realized I have not done that in a year. Don't remember how to do that.
Yeah.
It's also really weird, the see-up timing.
Yeah. It's a cool, feels very like old classic trick. Definitely not like anything we've been doing in the past 5 years, I feel.
Yeah, a lot of this is that old school feel category.
Mm-hmm. No ESS turns in her setups. Well, actually, the old Stone Tower climb had ESS turns, right?
I have several setups with ESS turns, so I can't talk.
I don't know. I never do ESS turn setups because I hate ESS.
Dude,
Yeah.
run TDC with chain warping, and you will get good at ESS
Yeah,
turns.
That's tricky.
ESS turn
Crazy.
setup.
I mean, I was getting good at them when I was grinding back when we did bomber hideout SRM chests, but I got tired of that real quick.
I mean, yeah, it's tiring for sure.
GG's though. Dang.
Yeah, good stuff. And thanks so much, Zippo, for coming in clutch with the commentary.
Indeed.
No problem. No problem.
God Gamer Zippo. It's known.
It's not.
Alrighty, friends. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you again, Zipu, for stepping up. And also shoutouts to both Tuerkenheimer and Grrg for the race. I hope you all enjoyed it, and now it's time for us to go to bed or to enjoy your evening or whatever. In my case, I'm gonna go to bed. So thank you all for watching. See you very soon. See you tomorrow on ZSR, and take it easy.